Is this really what you guys do before this? Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. Breathe. Jeez.
Welcome, everybody, to Juice Pro Wrestling, episode 57. Creeping on a come up. With me today in the studio is Sreten the Savage. Feeling very savage, aren't you?
I feel very good.
That's good. He's a little loosened up. And we also have a very special guest tonight who's going to be debuting her new segment on the show. Lil E. What's up, Lil E?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah!
Nothing at all.
Can I get a round of applause?
You'll hear it in post. It's going to be a nice. It's called the hyper applause. Somebody throws up at the end. You'll like it. Yeah. Steve got one.
Yeah, he did. I remember that. Shout out to Steve. That was a very great episode that he appeared on. Episode 56. You can check it out anywhere you listen to podcasts. So go do so. And speaking of Steve and Warrior Wrestling, this Sunday on Mother's Day of all days, we will be at. I will be. Me and JR will be there.
Sorry.
We're going to miss you, man. I know you got things to do. You got, like, duties and stuff. Yeah, we'll be at the Warrior VIP meet and greet, which you can get tickets for the event and the VIP meet and greet itself at warriorwrestling.net. And if you can't attend, stream it on High Spots Wrestling Network. Check it out. Brian Cage is going to be there. Wardlow's going to be there. Pentagon and Phoenix. You know. Go back and listen to episode 56. But a real quick notion on that, I just found out the other day, breaking news for that event, you're going to have Filthy Tom Lawler. Yes, that's right. The MLW heavyweight champion and former UFC competitor versus a guy from the UK by the name of Chris Ridgway. Both of these guys, it's going to be a very fucking hard-hitting match. Like, this is, you're going to straight see it shit like, oh, man, that's so real.
A lot of punches to the nose.
Oh, man. There's
a lot of punches to the teeth.
It's going to be a lot of kicks, a lot of punches. It's going to be like Parappa the Rapper, you know, like kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Throwing that flashback out there for you PlayStation fanatics. Yeah, but that's cool. So check it out, warriorwrestling.net. Get your tickets. Another piece of news I came across was one of my favorites. We did an episode about him called Season of the Mist. The great Muta is returning to Impact Wrestling, and that will take place Saturday, June 8th at the world-famous 2300 Arena, a.k.a. the ECW Arena. Great Muta, Saturday, June 8th, Impact. Check him out. It's going to be awesome. I love the Great Muta.
How old is he?
Oh, man, he's got to be close to 60, I think. He's definitely in his 50s.
He's wrestling or he's doing promotional stuff?
Yeah, he still wrestles.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Spitting that green mist.
So for WrestleMania, Hogan made like a really short cameo. And I thought, because Flair just turned 70, but he's still like doing that whole, occasionally he'll fall on the mat. He did that whole thing with WWE where he was able to be dragged
Batista,
out. Like, still, where he dragged him out and stuff. He's still doing stuff. Well, but I thought Hogan was like up there, like 70. What is he, like 62?
He's I think early 60s.
I don't know. I think he's just like, when I saw him at WrestleMania, it was amazing to see him. I'm a huge Hogan fan.
Yeah.
But
it was great.
Brother, he just looked like he was in pain. Like Hogan, he just didn't look like he was like.
He's had a lot of back surgeries, man.
I remember when his reality show came out and they were like pumping him full, like kept giving him the
Hogan knows best.
The injections into his spine.
Yeah. Into his fucking spine.
I'll punch you in the stomach.
Rip out your fucking spine. Arnold. Speaking of Arnold, that's a good little segue here. Getting into some video game news for you guys. As I've said before, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. You guys can hit me up at Juiceafuge is my Xbox gamer tag if you want to get down on some cyber debauchery. I recently acquired MK11. I've been having a great time with it. It's really gory. Lil E doesn't appreciate some of the fatalities sometimes.
They're just boring.
Yeah. Well,
Some are just boring.
Yeah, that's it. You're cut off.
Remember when they did the not animality, but the fatalities that were supposed to be like super cute?
Friendships.
Yeah.
Friendship. Again?
Friendship.
Yeah. No, they didn't bring that back, but they did bring mercy back, which is kind of cool. So, like, say you're going to finish a guy where it says finish him and you want to, like, whip on him a little bit more. If you hold the left trigger and press down 3 times and let go of the left trigger, it'll show mercy, and it gives the guy, your opponent, a little bit more energy back, and you can fucking... So, say you fuck up something. You're trying to do a brutality, which is a certain list of commands you have to do before it says finish him. Like in the second match, the final round, we'll say, if you want to do most of the guys' regular brutalities where they're just punching their heads off or whatever, which is right up my alley. I like that.
Punching dickheads.
What?
Sorry, I derailed you. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. No, you in order to do that, you can't use block for the last match. Mm-hmm. So if you use block, you're fucked. So in that aspect, maybe a mercy would be good, Show a little mercy, and then all right, don't hit block, and uppercut the guy, and then his head will pop off. It'll be a brutality type deal. I don't know. That's just a little MK nerd now, so sorry about that. But the big news that excited me with MK11, I briefly touched on this about episode, a couple episodes ago, was the DLC characters, and most notably the guest characters that are coming.
Gene Okerlund?
Yeah, right. Oh my God!
What the fuck?
Mortal Kombat's known for having some kick-ass guest characters in their games as far back as MK9, which ain't really that far, but I mean, shit, that was like 6-7 years ago, so it is kind of a long. When they brought Freddy Krueger in.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it wasn't the Robert Englund Freddy Krueger, so.
What? Fucking bitch. You're in my world now, bitch. You're gonna die, bitch.
Why do you sound like Freddy from The Fresh Prince? Dude,
that's the only Freddy I know.
Nightmare on my street.
I remember that shit. It was good.
I'm your DJ now, Princey.
I got this shit on vinyl. So these characters have been leaked somewhat. At least the coding for them has. And you got from DC Comics the Joker, which he fits in the Mortal Kombat universe. I would think better than anybody in comic form. Like you can't have Superman being mutilated and killed in the game, but you could definitely do it to the Joker. I mean, he's a killer himself, and people would probably be pumped to see him get killed. I would think. Another huge comic book character coming in is Spawn.
Yeah,
super pumped for that. And then movie-wise, I'm not so psyched about this because he's been in a couple of games. And matter of fact, I think a couple of WWE 2K games a couple years ago, The Terminator. Yeah. It's kind of God damn it, man. No matter how hard they try to revive that franchise, it just it's the shits.
Yeah, that's a conversation I could have for another a different 2 hours about the Terminator franchise.
Yeah,
and,
they should have stopped it.
Just stop it.
Yeah,
stop it.
3 was.
I'm gonna watch the next one though.
I know. I'll probably watch it too, but I'm gonna take a shit on it until then. And last but not least, Ash from Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm super fucking stoked about that. I was really pulling for him on social media before the game came out, and they were asking who everybody wanted, and Ash and Spawn were my top 2 picks. So. It's cool. And Bruce Campbell actually on Twitter showed a picture of Ash's face. And now, mind you, he's retired from playing the character since the TV show got they got the fucking, man, they got the axe for I don't even understand
did they end it properly, or did you just watch it to the end?
Yeah. There's only 3 seasons. I have them all. They're all really good. Anybody out there listening, go and check it out. Ash vs. Evil Dead as a horror fan, comedy fan, and just as a fan of that franchise, everybody for 20 fucking years wanted a sequel to Army of Darkness and all that.
It's my favorite franchise.
It's great. And you basically got they were half-hour episodes, and you got a long-ass movie out of it. Yeah. So 3 seasons worth. And if you look at it in that way, I think, then yeah, it was great. I mean, it's great no matter what, but they ended it, and it does end on a decent note, but from what I understand, it wasn't supposed to end. But then the studio Stars was kind of they pulled the plug on it anyway.
Yeah.
So
So they can make more Spartacuses.
yeah, I really
they ended
couldn't
that
tell you
too.
what it was. I think you know what, there might have been an issue with not getting enough views from people pirating and stuff, and it was an expensive ass show to produce because not only did they utilized some CGI, but I think there was more practical effects as opposed to CGI, which was super cool. I mean, when we watch it, it's just blood.
It was awesome.
Throughout the whole fucking
awesome.
almost every episode, somebody gets covered in blood.
100%.
The shower of blood.
Unnecessary,
Yeah.
too, but it was amazing.
It was
That's
great.
what was so good about the other ones, where you would be unexpected. There would be like a shower of blood.
Yeah.
That's exactly
It's
how
so
it was the whole
gory
episode.
and so fucking over the top, but then it's like you put Larry Curly and Moe in it, and the slapstick comedy of it is so great. And Bruce Campbell, like, let me get a little root toot too.
Yeah, the Root Toot one was good. That was really good.
Yeah, so I love that show. I mean, we just watched all 3 seasons not too long ago, and I'm down to watch it again. Super sad to see that.
Sounds like a side podcast we might end up doing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so going back to what I was saying about on Twitter, though, so he puts this picture out of Ash, and it's like a comic view and like a side view of his head, and he's got blood all over it, and it just says September. And the way that they do these DLC characters is, I believe it's 1 per month. So, I don't know, do the math. All together is probably like 8 DLC characters coming out.
Yeah.
The rest are going to be from the Mortal Kombat universe. I'm just... Fuck, man, I'm going to shit my pants when Ash comes out. I was, last time, when the last game, Mortal Kombat X, when you had Jason, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. The Predator, like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Alien, okay, it's cool, I get it. And then Leatherface, like, out of nowhere, like, oh my God. Like, these guys, shout out to NetherRealm Studios. I wish they could put together a horror fighting game that would be worth it would be every horror fan's wet dream come true.
You think people dig that, or you think it's good that Mortal
I think they
Kombat
would.
slips these guys in?
I think
It's almost like a way to make Mortal Kombat like continue to be relevant, I guess, because it could be stale, but you bring in like some of this shit. It's the thing you do.
Yeah, it
makes
is.
it cool.
It's cool, and it's a treat. And for the people out there paying attention, I mean, it's not like they just pick random guys. I mean, all their picks are. It's clever, and there's a reason for it. It's all across promotional.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when you had MK9 on 360, that was when the remake of Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street was coming out. When you had what's his name from who was it? God damn it, The Watchmen played Freddy Krueger. Rorschach.
Oh,
the guy who played Rorschach.
Yeah, that guy.
It wasn't a big fan of that. I don't know. I couldn't.
Watchmen?
Do it. No, Watchmen. I liked
bringing
Watchmen.
in Freddy.
Yeah, changing Freddy up from Robert Englund.
I didn't like it.
I didn't
at
watch
all.
it.
Yeah, I don't think it did well. Hence the reason why they ain't making it anymore.
He's a badass actor. It sucks. I
Yeah.
heard it sucked.
Yeah.
They didn't make any other ones.
No.
And they usually, like, a horror movie, even if it's like half decent, they'll
Yeah.
throw, they'll
Well,
make
even
at
if
least
it
2
bombs
more.
on a big franchise like that, what I've come to learn and expect from Hollywood is they'll still just keep pumping out remakes. There was I didn't mind the Friday the 13th one, but it still wasn't. I don't know. I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, and really, I think Kane Hodder, the guy who played Jason in majority of the last few several Friday the 13th movies, he was the best Jason. I think he encapsulated everything that character was, from just his mannerisms and I know he's had input on like some of the death scenes and stuff, and that's why I always like about those movies too. Is the DVDs? There was always like cut to a kill.
Yeah,
you just go
They
like
do that?
yeah, Friday
That's
the 13th ones, yeah. But yeah, and then going back to MKX, you had the Alien vs Predator movie, or no, I'm sorry, I think it was Predator at the time, or Predators, the Robert
Predators.
Rodriguez that was coming out.
Whatever. Predator.
Yeah. So you had a movie that was coming out, so they threw them in the game, and same thing with Leatherface. They had a Chainsaw Massacre movie at the time that was coming out. And the same deal with this. Spawn, Tom McFarlane is in productions with, I think it's Blumhouse, who does a lot of the horror movies nowadays.
Yeah, they do most
They're
of
going to
them
be
now.
producing
Like
the Spawn
low budget.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, not even low budget. I mean, they do... I'm trying to think.
All the recent, like right now, if you want to get a reputation for doing a good horror movie, have Blumhouse. produce it. And they cap your budget, and then these guys make these badass horror movies.
Right.
But I listened to an interview with McFarlane recently, and he was talking about it. He's talking about that they're going to produce it, and then he wanted it. He's like obsessed with Sam and Twitch. From the,
He wants it to be based around
yeah,
them.
he wants it to be based around them. I read a bunch of those comics back
Yeah.
in the day, and back then I wanted like wanted fighting and explosions and green blood and angels and demons and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like he likes the detective side of things, and I thought those were always really boring.
Yeah. But, I think look at the way they redid Dark Knight, I think it could be something like that, more of a serious level. But then when you do get the Spawn element, it is more horror-based,
Right.
And I think that's what he's really trying to go for. Like, whereas the first Spawn movie, which,
it's
whatever. I own it, but it's rough. It was more straightforward, like comic booky. Like, yeah, it was supposed to be dark and gritty and all that, but the only thing I found dark about it was the clown, and he was goofy.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo, I thought he destroyed as the clown. I mean, it was, and when he was eating pizza and that with the maggots on it, he was really eating the maggots. Like I liked it. I liked
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the Spawn idea is super fucking cool. I'm excited to see what happens with that with the movie. I know McFarlane went. They told him he had to cut down the script because I forget what he said. A typical Hollywood script is like 90 pages or something like that, and he wrote like 150 or something ridiculous. So you're gonna have to bring it down, and I'm gonna be very curious to see what happens with that. But getting back to Mortal Kombat and all that shit, all these guest characters, man, like it's something that's super cool, and I think they've kind of Ed Boon, who is a co-creator of Mortal Kombat and like the head of NetherRealm Studios, which I think a lot of that game, MK11, was made in Chicago. So that's super fucking cool, super close to home. He is kind of hinted around like, hey, would you guys want to see a game like that? Like where it's all horror movie people. That would probably be a hard thing to work out because licensing and all that.
Yeah.
But how badass would it be to have like Pumpkinhead versus Chucky?
Awesome.
And MK always has these weird characters. Like in MKX, you had Ferrator, where it was like this giant ogre-like creature, and then this little annoying girl that's on its back. And you'd like throw the girl at you and like crazy shit, Like what if you had like the puppets from Puppet Master as like a selectable character, but you could switch in and out between them, like the Ninja Turtles were for an Injustice 2. It was also made by NetherRealm.
Yeah.
Man, the possibilities are endless with that shit. And to me, it's like, dude, it's a free ticket to print money making something like that. Horror is that damn big, and those characters, all of them are so iconic that like, here, take my wallet.
And you can get crazy with the moves.
Oh
You
yeah,
get real creative and crazy.
yeah.
And have blood. So much blood.
Finish him. Finish him.
What kind of what would you call that kind of fatality?
Friendship. I'll tell you what I did watch though. Going back to wrestling, on Friday was Impact on Twitch, and you told me you were catching some of that, right?
Yeah.
It was cool to see Rob Van Dam come back, and the first program he's going to be working is with Ethan Page. So that's super fucking cool.
That is very cool.
Ethan's well deserving of working with a legend like that. And RVD, he's older, but man, the guy still looks in great shape. He looks super fucking stoned when he came out, dude.
He does not look older.
No, he doesn't.
He looks. What you guys talk about? Sabu. Sabu looks older.
Yeah, Sabu's body has been both of those guys' bodies have been through it all, but Sabu was known. I mean, that guy was doing. I don't know if I guess you could call it like deathmatch type shit, but.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been cut up by barbed wire, like stabbed, and all this crazy. I mean, look at his body; it's a roadmap of scars.
Did you see that fucking move that I don't know who posted it on Facebook? Was it Drex? Where it's the fluorescent light bulbs? Somebody stuck and made like a fan of them. So
yeah, that was
like
me.
8 in a row. Opened up the fan and smashed it on on a dude's head, and the guy was. They did it twice. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you watch
well, that was
that? 'Cause I
that
watched it, like, 4
GCW
times.
Like
event.
4 times.
Yeah.
That was in Chicagoland area. That was this past Saturday. Actually, Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy. Tell him
Jeremy posted that.
Well, actually,
Oh,
it was
you did.
that shout out to Chris Barnhart. I believe he's the one that posted it, and I shared it in the JP Woo because it is fucking awesome, dude. It's like a fan.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, what is that thing? What is he going to hit him with?
Yeah.
How's he going to hit him with that? And then it was like,
Rapido.
Ga, 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 ga. I was like, that was crazy. And then he pulled a second one out of his ass.
Yeah. Literally,
him
it was
with it.
brown.
It was awesome.
No, stuff like that's super cool. I can't wait to get into that when we do a future deathmatch episode. Yeah, it sucks we missed it, but we've been going hard in the paint for the last, I don't even know. I can't remember, a couple months just with events and doing things. And with Warrior coming up, it was kind of like maybe take a weekend to kind of kick back and not do something or travel or whatever, kind of stay a little more local home based. And we did, and we had a good time. So going back to Impact, RVD comes out and he cuts this promo with Ethan Page, and Ethan Page comes out with these chairs. He's like, Rob, I'm going to show you something you could do with these chairs that you may have never known you could do with a chair. And he just sets them out and he sits on it. So he sits on there, and RVD's listening to his shit. RVD's talking about how he's a hero to the boys in the back, and everybody's trying to steal his moves and shit. And, and they got to prove themselves against the whole effing show. And Ethan Page, it's cool because both their characters are super cocky, Like, you have all ego Ethan Page, and then RVD who's like, I'm the whole fucking show. Like,
say RV do.
RV do. RV do. Ah! Zoinks! Like, I'm so freaked out, Scoob. So they're
RV do. RV do.
Got some Scooby snacks.
Sorry.
RVD probably wishes he had some Scooby snacks.
He does.
Yeah, he was so baked, dude. I mean, he got in the ring and he had those Chinese eyes, man.
I'm gonna do the best moves, man.
Mm-hmm. He was like, bro, who are you? Talking to Ethan Page, and the crowd starts chanting all ego. But yeah, they got into it. They set up a match, which will be airing this Friday on Twitch and Pursuit Channel. So everybody should check that out. And they've been filming episodes, taping at the 2300 Arena, the famous ECW arena. And I heard some really good shit today about Sabu and his performance, that a lot of people were really impressed there. And Sabu is a guy who's been known for botching shit, even though he's an innovator of some awesome, insane moves. Sometimes when you do those awesome, insane moves, you tend to fuck up a lot. And he has been known to fuck up a lot. So, and not to mention, he is, he's a little up there now in age. So it's getting harder and harder for this guy to perform at a level that he's used to doing. But I guess he cranked it up, fuckers, and did it really well. And Impact's going to be bringing him back for more shit. So I'm super pumped about that. I'm all about seeing those old ECW guys, as long as they're used right. See a lot of fans, or people, so-called fans. And this was one thing I kind of wanted to touch about, with not getting really too far into it tonight, because fuck talking about the haters. But, when you have guys who are people who like wrestling, but they don't understand the business and how things work and how you put a guy over, or you bring in certain legends to do that, to help get these people over. And it's not necessarily about bringing in a guy like a Rob Van Dam and just pushing him to the moon when you have all this great top-tier young talent. Even though RVD is a guy who could still go, and I think he very much deserves any push like that. But he's there to help these dudes get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he can have a match with Ethan Page and get that rub, man, I just fucking wrestled Rob Van Dam, former WWE and ECW champion. Like, that's huge. He's a worldwide superstar, but I see a lot of fans bitching when they see, backstage pics where it's like Tommy Dreamer and Sandman and various other guys from ECW are there, and they're like, oh, well, what year is it, and this and that, and it's like, who fucking cares? Like, these dudes.
Why is that bad?
I don't get it. I don't know, because it's, like I've said before, sometimes out of any professional sport or any sort of fandom, wrestling fans are like the absolute shits sometimes, and it pisses me off, and it's kind of embarrassing, because it's like first of all,
they're like the original trolls, like the internet trolls.
Right.
You had it proper internet trolls, and the name internet troll. There's a lot of these wrestling dudes that have been like just complaining about stuff.
Yeah, and for the sake of doing it, it's like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, first of all, you're not anywhere in any way, shape, or form involved in the business whatsoever. You don't understand how things fucking work and how booking works. So to sit there and bitch because you see a guy that may have been on TV 15, 20 years ago, but he deserves. It's no different than fucking a guy like The Rock coming back,
right?
Why?
That's what I understand though. Why is it not cool? Barring like not understanding booking or knowing more about wrestling, if you bring somebody from back in the day that everyone loved, and that person still can do stuff and be fun,
as long as they can still go,
as long as they can still do what they're supposed to do, to me that's awesome.
Yeah, and some guys can't, and I agree in that aspect where it's like, okay, so a guy can't go anymore, But if he can come back with that star power and bring eyes on the product and to other performers, and he's utilized in the right role, where, hey, I'm going to give out a little spoiler here. On one of the tapings at the ECW arena, Killer Cross broke Eddie Edwards' kendo stick. So one of the main... What? Yeah, it fucking happened.
Sorry.
One of the main guys that was known for the kendo stick or the Singapore cane was the Sandman from ECW, who Stone Cold Steve Austin stole a lot of his gimmick from. Sorry, but it's the fucking truth. He was a fucking ciggy. He'd come out smoking cigarettes and drinking Budweisers, like, hell yeah. But he comes out and he gives Eddie Edwards his Singapore cane. Storyline, all that shit, that was great. It makes sense to me, It's like the passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Like, but still, you'll have people that, why is he even there? Why, Impact's just they're doing WWE shit and bringing back all these old guys. It's like, no, they're not. They were known, yes, years ago, they would do that. They would bring guys in who didn't give a fuck about promoting TNA, as it was called back then, or even putting on a good match. They were there for a fucking paycheck. And sad to say, even guys like fucking Ric Flair were a part of that. Even though he had some cool moments, I mean, Ric Flair didn't give two shits about being in TNA. Yeah. Where I think that the locker room they have right now, Impact, is a bunch of people who have that old ECW vibe, who really believe in a common goal and what they're doing and putting on a good fucking product. And so to bring these guys in, and it makes sense. They're in the ECW arena, like, I'm sure the pop there is going to be amazing. Like, the fans, whether it's old school or new school, like, everything they did makes sense. And that's just what kind of pisses me off, is when it's just another thing for someone to bitch about.
Yeah.
How unhappy are you in your life when you can't just sit back as a fan and like enjoy that fucking moment, Like, I don't get it.
It's a minority, the vocal minority.
Yeah.
Like, I just sounded real racist.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just saying there's a lot of shitty
there's a lot,
fans
there's a lot of people that actually, like, if you and I like something or don't like something, we're not going to talk about it, but there are like a small tiny percentage of dudes. Let's be honest, it's mostly dudes that are like, well, I'm not going to mow my lawn today or clean my house, but I definitely have the energy to complain about this.
Yeah.
And it's I don't think it's most people, because I think most people realize, as far as fans, that now is an amazing time for wrestling.
Yeah.
It straight up is the next, like, it's not the Renaissance. What do you call it? The third phase? What do you do?
Boom.
Like,
it's a boom period.
Yeah.
Man.
It's just like, it's very exciting. People that, like, look at what we're doing. Elise, you went to that show like a month ago, like the one in South Bend. Like, would you have ever gone to a wrestling show before and then actually
when I was
been
younger, but not
but
not
like,
anytime now?
Yeah,
no.
me neither.
Right.
But now, like, I get I'm like disappointed I can't go on Sunday to the show.
No, it's
and
fun.
then
It's really fun.
it's fun. Yes, like,
and especially
it's fun.
Nowadays, there's something for everybody. It's craft beer,
Yeah, there's dudes that flip other dudes with their wieners.
What the dangus?
So I just think I think it's a good time for wrestling.
Yeah.
That's it. I said what I wanted to say.
Get it out. And I just want to say, I don't know, I feel very strongly about this, because I'm very active on social media, and I just read a bunch of these fucking idiotic tweets and all this shit. People just shitting on everything. It just really pisses me off. So there's only one thing I got to say to you guys: wisen up, or fuck off, and fuck you. Say hashtag juice hurts. So that's all I have to say about that. On a more positive note, by the way, Impact, I love everything you guys are doing. I don't know if this is positive or not, so I might have just fucked myself on this. Because here's another thing that people are shitting on, and I'm being optimistic. I'm being optimistic with this. This kind of spans into the football world with the XFL. They just announced that they do have TV partners now. With it's going to be airing on ABC, Fox, so like Fox and FS1 and all that shit, and ESPN. And already everybody's like, well, it won't be around because blah, whatever. Dick Ebersol's other company, that AAFL or whatever it was, just flopped. And who's to say this won't? But why shit on it before it even has a chance to get off the ground? Now, I do understand that, yes, they were around before, but it's a different animal. Before it was more of a let's make football more like pro wrestling. Just some of the dumb shit they did. Where I think now, like Vince and the crew that they have assembled were like, hey, let's make a fucking fun game of football and make without all the bullshit that the original XFL was. And why shit on that? I mean, you're going to do that, you're shitting on chances for maybe your friends or family members or anybody that may have missed out on an opportunity to, say, like, get drafted or go to college or whatever that could walk on, according to Vince, as long as you don't have a criminal record, and play football and maybe pursue their dream. And that's a shitty fucking thing. So for everybody to sit here and jump on it like, oh, well, it's going to fail, fuck this. Hey, you're all entitled to your opinion. But,
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pumped to see it. I think if it could turn into like a developmental system or whatever for the NFL, or even if it's not that, it doesn't matter. It's just something else that's being done, and it's creative, and it's a different way to look at football. And as long as I think it's good and anybody else does, and it's thrives and whatever. But I like I said, I hate the fact that, because especially since there's this wrestling connection to it, because it's fucking Vince McMahon. I mean, now you don't just have football guys who think they're smart football fans and look at it like, well, it's Vince McMahon and we knew what it was before. No, fuck you. You don't know what it is. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
And same thing with wrestling fans who feel like they're just entitled to bitch about shit. Like, why shit on it before you've even seen the product? Mm-hmm. Everything I've seen so far, like as far as their promotional stuff and like what they're trying to assemble and how they're looking at the game itself to make it more accessible to everybody and more fun. I mean, a lot of people bitch about the NFL and all the rules and restrictions that have been placed on these guys now, and they're trying to kind of go against the grain with that.
Right.
I think it's a positive thing. I just, I had to get that out there. Because that's another thing that's been bothering me. It's like,
your face is all red.
Is it?
No.
It might be. I feel a little warm. I feel a little warm right now.
He's been ranting for like 35 minutes. And another thing.
One more thing, you stupid son of a bitch. Hey, you stupid fuck. You listening to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast? You fucking better be.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Do we have Matt Dugan in the studio?
Hey, you stupid fuck. Are you listening to Juice Pro Wrestling? You fucking better be. That's all I got to say about that.
I'll be on there.
Hey, you dumb fuck.
Hey, we love everybody that listens, though. Thank you for all your support. And
if you don't follow the YouTube channel, get on there.
Yeah.
Because that is a promo that was cut
by Marvelous Matt Dugan.
Yeah. Hey, you stupid fuck.
He
Are
has...
you listening to Juice Pro Wrestling? You fucking better be.
It's so great. It really is. Check it out, jpdub.com.
He's been nominated for a Mullet of the Year 2019.
I think he
it's
has.
early in the year, but...
Yeah. Double or Nothing is coming up here in a couple of weeks. Man, I remember a year ago when we were, building up to All In, and that happened, and how amazing it was. And now we have the second show, essentially, by these guys. And now it's under the AEW umbrella. There's a lot of weird shit that could happen. I'm super fucking excited for this. I think this is going to be a party more so than WrestleMania has been like the past 10 fucking years. And this is only it's really their first show is AEW, like I said. But as far as like Cody and the Bucks and all them, it's like their second gig. It takes place on the 25th, I believe. I think I'm right about that. And the card so far is you got the Cody versus Dustin Rhodes, so brother versus brother. Very well thought out and planned storyline on that. Yeah. Adam Hangman Page versus Pac. Going to be another fire-ass fucking match.
Is he going to be in shape?
Yeah, I think he's going to be in full gear shape. Yeah.
Did you watch the last Being Delete?
150, I think it was. The one that just came out.
Yeah, when he's talking to himself. What did he say? He's like, I am so fucking fat.
No.
And so skinny.
Those guys do a great job. I love all that shit. No, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to give that after we record. I'm going to give that a view tonight because they come out on Mondays. I love it. It's better than watching Monday Night Raw. You got the Young Bucks, who are the current AAA Tag Team Champions, versus the Lucha Bros, who they love their Juicy Pro Wrestling Podcast. We'll be seeing this Sunday at Warrior Wrestling 5. You have SCU, who I just seen at Warrior Wrestling 4. That's Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky versus two of the Oriental Wrestling, I think it's Entertainment or Enterprise or whatever, OWE. I just learned about these guys when they announced it not too long ago, so I don't know too much about OWE other than it's fucking ridiculous, like the athleticism these guys are doing. They're doing like kung fu and weird, crazy shit in the ring.
It's not strong style; it's athletic.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like this guy did a 450 splash. Like I saw a video the other day. You can follow him on Facebook. So, anyways, there's two guys outside the ring, and they like springboard another dude up into the ring, and he does a 450 spin like onto this dude, like after being launched by two guys. Like it's crazy. But that's what wrestling is. I think nowadays people want to see that shit because it is insane. You know, this is something you never would have thought when you're seeing Andre back in the day. Yeah. As awesome as it was to see Andre with Hogan in the bear hug, you know, it's like,
did somebody say Andre?
Oh, Andre, what's going on?
What's up, bitches?
How's it going?
Found out recently, it's 2019 here on Earth, and I am not allowed to say bitches anymore.
No, you can say bitches all day long.
But I heard that one of my favorite cuss words back in the day, I am allowed to use the phrase, you are a bunch of see you next Tuesdays. Gotta
go. Later, dude. Man, Andre is just fucking bringing it as he always do. We have the women, Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kylie Ray. And we also have the over-the-budget Battle Royal, which will be returning, featuring Sonny Kiss, Kip Saban, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Brian Pillman Jr., who we will see at Warrior Wrestling 5 this Sunday. Get your tickets on warriorwrestling.net.
Before he loses his hairdo.
Yeah, I know, right? That could very well possibly happen. I'll fucking rush the ring. I don't care. Glacier from WCW. Remember him? Going back to Mortal Kombat.
He did my taxes last year. I thought he retired.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Glacier taxes?
I was like, are you Glacier? He's like, yeah, you got your W-2s? Fuck off.
I thought IRS did your taxes.
No.
No, all right. Yeah, so Glacier of Mortal Kombat fame. No. He was the Sub-Zero ripoff from WCW.
He's an Aldi brand.
Yeah, they spent like millions of dollars on his entrance and his fucking gear, and like no one liked him. Yeah, keeping an economic push off. He's back. Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Chucky T, Trent Beretta, and more to be announced. So that's the card so far. Oh, did I forget? No, I didn't forget. Did I forget? No, I forgot.
You forgot.
No, I didn't forget. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho 2. Part 2. And it's interesting that, I'm talking about this match right now. There is a promotion called, what the fuck are they called? Southern Honor Wrestling in Atlanta, Georgia. It's an indie promotion, right? Well, I'm kind of scrolling through like I always do, the videos and shit on YouTube and Facebook. And as I'm scrolling through there, I see Chris Jericho pop up at an independent event. How fucking crazy is that? A huge ass star like Chris Jericho showing up. Like if he just showed up somewhere around here, he's AEW. He's big money. He's a worldwide superstar, and he just shows up there and he's beating on another guy, and then out comes Kenny Omega. It's like, holy shit, dude!
Really?
Like, yeah, both at an indie show, dude. Like, imagine what the fans in the audience were like that night. Totally unexpected. And that's one thing they've been doing masterfully is just popping up at these events. Like their storytelling, it's so untraditional, man. Like it's, they tell most of their stories through like the Road to Double or Nothing on YouTube or being the Elite, and that's where you get most of it. And then this shit that happens, and it sets more stuff up. It's just it's so fucking.
I'm actually really excited about wintertime. When they actually have to write storylines, televised storylines, right. I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Right.
Even though they haven't like skipped a beat, like they haven't made any mistakes yet. Mm-hmm. But I'm nervous because that's a different animal.
Yeah,
it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, when you got to write weekly television, and especially if it's writing. I'm sure these guys plan ahead for stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say too.
But they're planning.
I'm sure they got like 5 years of stuff at least.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be interesting to see, especially what their TV format's going to be like. Yeah. I don't know. I can't wait for it. But not only is Chris Jericho doing that, then he pops up on the Tron in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's challenging fucking Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. June 9th at Dominion. So you can check that out on New Japan World. What the fuck is going on with wrestling in 2019? It's like, it's so crazy, and it's cool because a lot of people didn't know if AEW is going to be working with New Japan or not. This kind of puts that to rest, I would think. Jericho, he's calling himself the Painmaker, versus the Rainmaker Okada. That's gonna be a fucking awesome match. I can't wait for that. So another news tidbit for you guys to check out. Also, something I want you guys to check out. A couple of my buddies, actually, one of them I'm in a band with. You may have heard of us. We're called Handsome Prick.
What's that name?
Handsome Prick. Yes. Can you throw that applause on there? My boys Neil and Brad, they have an awesome horror punk band called Dirty Dead. These guys put a record out approximately like 10, 11 years ago called Carnivorous Lunar Activities. And you can still get it on, they have their own Bandcamp. You can check them out there. But it's also available on iTunes for fans of Misfits, Sam Hain, Crimson Ghost. It's like modern day horror punk played by like grindcore death metal dudes. It's really fucking good, though. I can't even explain it, so you guys can go check it out. Their new album, Nocturnal Emissions, is being streamed right now. It goes on sale May 31st. There is a pre-order up. You can get vinyl, CD, digital downloads with the new T-shirt. All those pre-order. I had some spit coming up.
pre-order.
All those pre-order bundles are available right now, and you can stream the album at nothingbutaNightmare.com. That's nothingbutaNightmare.com. Nothing But a Nightmare Records. They're putting this album out. It's going to be sick. You would like it, too. There's a Sam Cooke cover on there. Ooh. Yeah. There's a Misfits cover on there. Ooh. So go check it out. Lil E likes it.
I do.
It's fucking, it's the best thing going today, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trump's Handsome Prick.
What? You don't tell me.
Next.
Speaking of Handsome Prick, you can catch us live at Reggie's Music Joint with Cloud Rat, Minimum Wage Assassins, Scumlord, and a new band who I just learned about today that was added to the bill. Joint Dislocation. Good thing we're across from the Bone and Joint Center here. They may need a little help.
I actually thought it was kind of funny.
I thought it was good.
pretty
funny.
Funny.
But this will be our first time playing the music joint side of the venue. What do you call that? The bar side? I mean, they both have bars, but
It looks like it's more a bar type. Like
Food.
The stage is smaller. That's
yeah. So it's our first time playing that part of it.
To play.
But yeah, tickets are on sale right now at reggieslive.com. 21 and over. Tickets range from $8 to $10. That's at Reggie's Music Joint, May 22nd. Come out and hang out with the Prick. Anyways, there's a new segment.
Uh-oh.
Debuting this week on Juice Pro Wrestling.
What's the name of the show?
Juice Pro Wrestling.
Okay. Sound like you said Jers.
Juice Pro Wrestling. I was trying to channel some like Southern hillbilly stuff. I couldn't.
It wasn't bad.
Are you dumb shits? What? Listen to Juice Pro Wrestling?
Hey,
You fucking better be. Hey, you dumb shits.
Marvelous Matt Dugan. He is the greatest champion that nobody is aware of, but they will know. Oh, yes, they will know.
Are you listening to Juice Pro Wrestling?
I think I am.
Fucking better be.
Yeah, on any podcast platform. New segment this week. This is this is a coming out of sorts for many of you that are about to be busted out on this fucking shit. This segment is called Creepin' on a Come Up with Lil E.
Yes.
And right now, I would like to introduce you all to Lil E.
Hello. I don't really know how to start this. Am I just giving their names and saying all the weird shit they say?
No, just tell us what it's about.
Okay. So basically, it's about dudes sliding into girls' DMs.
Yeah.
Unwelcomed.
And they were hopefully trying to slide into something else.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It's
Obviously.
step one before you slide into the other.
But
thing.
there's step one where you could say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah,
They
like
jump right to step.
you
three,
have a
like, "Hey, you
beautiful
wanna
smile.
fuck?" So it's not
Step
so
one,
weird.
hi. Do you like flowers? Step
Hey,
two,
no.
what you think about boners?
You got it all wrong.
It's a
like
leap.
It's like step one: gently
Yeah.
place the balls in the mouth and
Yeah, no, that's all.
That was NWA.
Leave that shit at the door.
Yeah, it's some
These
foul ass
guys-
shit. These
foul,
guys,
foul.
these boys. So basically, for all you out there listening, I thought this would be a great segment. These boys try to slide into her DMs and they say some foul ass shit, thinking that there's going to be some glory at the end of the hole, And little do they know it's Lil E, and she ain't about to have that shit. So
which one do you think I should start with?
Whatever you feel like doing. Just let the people know.
I want to say Brian Smith for the end, but I kind of think I should kick it off with him.
Kick it.
Let's do aliases, not real names.
Oh no!
Well, too late for love.
We're giving his full name.
Yeah,
I don't even
this
give a
guy's a
shit.
creep.
This
Fuck him.
dude is like
fuck his life.
older
His
than
life's
my
a blur.
dad.
Fuck him.
Okay, we'll call him BS.
He was up on some BS, I hear.
This is the message he sent me. I gave no response. Okay.
And no respect.
I'd like to snip your panties. I'd like to put my tongue in your bunghole. Okay. So no.
We're not laughing.
No
not funny.
response given, but they can't see it. But here's what Brian looks like. What do you think about old BS?
Oh, he looks like a handsome man.
Yeah, fucking super handsome.
So this guy thought it would be wise to just, and he didn't even say hi.
Not hi.
He just,
He didn't do the Facebook poke. Not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wave.
yeah.
He just let me sniff your panties. Let me lick your bunghole. Yeah.
Exact words.
Exact words. I'm telling you, exact words. I'd like to put my tongue in your bunghole.
Can we? Do you mind if Wallace and I can we use like radio or a serious voice and read the same?
Oh,
thing?
absolutely.
yeah.
Please.
What was it again?
Like Charlton Heston ring
there.
cop killer lyrics.
Message 1. I'd like to sniff your panties. I'd like to put my tongue in your bunghole. He did say bunghole?
He did.
Why bunghole?
I'm not making this shit up.
I like this. All
I
right.
think what you guys told me, I was like, why didn't he just say butthole?
I think
know.
I said the same
Isn't
thing.
butthole more like
It's so
mainstream?
weird too
Right.
because I sell bungholes at work.
You brought that up earlier when we were eating, and I didn't I didn't understand.
No one
it.
really know. I didn't
I
know
had no
until
idea.
they said
I just
it.
kind of went with
It's
it. And
like
kept
this
eating.
little hole that you put on like a hydraulic tank, and so you can screw shit into. And I'm like,
That's right.
me being of the Beavis and Butthead generation, I'm just like, he said bunghole.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Check it out. Okay. I'd like to sniff your panties. I'd like to put my tongue in your bunghole.
Oh God,
It's creepy,
it is
right?
very creepy.
It just made my skin crawl.
It's eerie.
Oh.
I'm sure we could rephrase it so it does
Well, there's
better
more.
job.
So
Yeah.
there's more shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I only have 3. I only
job.
have 3 this time, but
Okay.
the other one said a
There
little
will
bit
be more.
There's always more.
So this guy. So
Hey, all men on earth, get your fucking shit together already.
I know. This is not how you come on to a lady.
we're not giving out real names.
No.
See, I find that unfortunate because these people.
Yeah, we should blast him because that's
Okay,
fucking filthy.
This one is real fucked up.
Yeah. Can we do it?
Can
we
I
just
just say
give this
his
guy's
name?
real name? What's he gonna do?
You know what?
I'll tell you where we're at right now. Do something.
Tell you what. I'll leave it with initials. RJ. Okay.
Reynolds?
No, this guy just no. Shut.
All right, sorry.
He starts out. This is December 10th. Okay, but this guy kept going for a while. I think.
December 10th.
He's not a minute, man.
Any interest in getting paid? And I said, what?
I like where this
He said, would you like to make some money tonight? I responded with, I understand what.
I understand money.
He said, are you open-minded? So this guy just keeps going with these fucking questions.
Do you want me to bartend?
Are you right?
You want me-
Are you open-minded? And
You need help
said-
moving?
All I said was explain, and he said, do you know what a glory hole is? My exact response was, and I might be off 1 or 2 ha's, holy fuck, ha 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 ha, bye. And he said, have a good night.
Well, he's a gentleman.
He had classy.
But is that
guy.
the end of it?
But
Yeah,
no,
that was the end of him.
that was the end of him.
That was the end
but
of
research on this
yes,
guy.
yes. Here, I do have pictures also.
So
We dove into this a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
earlier before we came here. Okay. And his page, let's see. Well, I'll show you this because you can actually see it. Those are the
no, I
posts.
want Sreten to read out
Sreten, you
some
go
of
ahead
these.
and read those off.
Go ahead, read out his. Now this is on this guy's Facebook page. This is everyday life for him.
This is in public. This is public.
To everyone who can read, to all you literate people who trying to make some money and hit that glory hole on Monday.
That's a public post.
Go ahead.
To all you literate people on the internet with, what is this, Twitter? Facebook?
That's
Facebook.
Yeah.
Anyone who want to make some money symbol and come with me to that glory hole?
What else you got?
Okay. Anyone want to make... Okay, to all of you who can read the English language, anyone want to make some $sign and come with me. Nope, I already read that one.
Yeah.
Who's free and trying to have fun and make money? Hit me up. HMU is what it says.
Yeah.
I guess that one's not. That first one was good.
We're trying to make some money, hit that glory hole on Monday. Me and my brother, we hit that glory hole. So there were a lot more like, there was Halloween.
No, the one he also said.
He even gets on the holidays.
He does. He also said, just participated in my first gangbang.
Yeah.
He was real.
P.S. Hit that glory hole. Every single year, a long story short, this guy, this creep, if you will, every fucking post consists of glory hole. I don't know if he thinks he's Jerry Jones or what the hell. The glory hole days are alive and well with this gentleman.
Apparently, it's a real place in Gary.
No.
He just says glory hole in Gary. I don't know what that means.
There's probably some weird hole in this seedy bar that, requires your attention for money. And remember, and this guy
your attention.
Goes so hard in the paint that he doesn't exclude holidays. Remember, his one post just said, Halloween glory holes.
It's true.
He's in a hurry.
What is your problem?
It's true. I think he's also dabbling in illegal drugs. Because if it's not about a glory hole or about a gangbang, it's just a bunch of snowflakes.
Yeah, that's the other one. He's like, I got the hookups.
Is that code for cocaine?
I
think so. Tell me, George, what do you know about cocaine? Who introduced you to your bitch wife?
Oh, man.
Next! The last one, though. This again, I have to do some digging.
This is last, but not Elise.
That's pretty good.
Well, we have...
Come on, Lil E.
There's a lot of boring ones who just come in. They say, "Hey, do you want to take pictures with your clothes off or like have sex on camera?" Real quick, to the point, done.
But here's the fucking weird thing I don't get about these guys.
All of it's the weird thing.
Well,
Go ahead.
How do they have the balls
I
to
don't
do
know.
that?
Well, this one-
Would they approach you on
internet.
the? I know. Well, approach you on the street, and if I came up to you and just said, "Hey, you want to get naked real quick, and search for some glory holes?"
This next guy actually.
Maybe I could put lotion on you. Rub it over your body.
And you'll hear. I actually thought he was a glory hole guy, and he was not.
Oh yeah.
Did you ask? Hey, you one of those glory hole guys?
Yeah.
I have to.
I'm busy.
That's the glory of hole.
But he said, ever consider the work I asked about? I don't remember the work he asked about. So I said, I don't remember the work you asked about. Nude modeling. No.
You remember the
I said,
butthole
absolutely fucking not. Sorry, didn't mean to offend. Okay, a month later, ever reconsider modeling? I said, hard pass. Okay. And then I
Probably
said,
shouldn't have told him anything with the word hard in it.
I know I should.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Or
this is
PS,
actually where the hard pass
yes.
came from. It says, you asked me this already and then asked about a glory hole. That's a hard pass. This guy goes, I never asked about a glory hole. You have me confused with someone. I went through our chat history.
This guy's a scientist doing research.
Right? And I was like, oh, you're right. That was someone else. You did, however, ask if I wanted to pose nude, which I definitely do not. Or lingerie or swimwear. No. And then.
What about baggy sweatpants?
Saw you on.
Or a
Thought
pile
I'd
of
say
bunch
hi.
of garbage bags.
Yeah, right.
See,
Like Missy Elliott.
Most of them are the guys who are just, they want naked pictures. The glory hole was 1 in a million.
Yeah. Well, and the guy who wanted to lick your bum hole.
Brian, yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
man,
we
y'all
already put
want
his
to
name
do a
on there.
glory hole? Hey, stupid idiot. Hey, stupid idiots. When you're not watching when you out listening to Juice Pro Wrestling, are you out there trying to lick some buttholes?
Bunghole.
Are you out there trying to lick some bungholes?
You stupid fuck.
Hey,
You want to lick some bung holes? You fucking better.
And for real, I'm not kidding. I was trying to
you
fish
poor
line
girl.
this guy today. And he actually just got real shitty with me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how dare you?
No,
I
he
know.
accused me of going out to a bar with a girl named Tanya.
Well,
I don't know a fucking Tanya.
I know a
Tanya.
Tanya.
She's a dick.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I know a Tanya, too.
I don't know
Or
a Tanya.
2 or 3. I think my aunt's name's Tanya, but you guys weren't hanging out. So anyways, quick synopsis on your experience with the glory hole guys and the guys wanting to lick your bunghole, and what do you think is going on in these people's lives?
Oh.
Trying to lick some
I don't
buttholes.
know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I can understand.
I mean,
Glory
are
of the
we
Guy.
haters right now? Or hating on people just trying to have a good time?
I don't think so. I didn't ask for this guy to ask. You know, I wasn't like, hey, please pick me randomly out of all your Facebook friends and ask me if I wanted to put a wiener in my mouth through a hole in the wall. So no, that
Like
guy
an Oscar Mayer wiener?
He can kind of just go eat
My
shit.
only has a first name. B-O-L-G-N-A.
We're not haters.
No.
They're predators, and it's funny.
No, they're just sick
creepy.
fucks. And while they had a
Chris
scene,
Hansen.
they were clearly talking about sex. So I hope you all enjoyed that segment. The real world is ugly, all right? Pro wrestling is real. People are fake. And that was just a sick view of what people can do
I've never gotten a message like
with
that.
the internet. Me neither.
Well, it sucks.
How come no one wants to
delete
lick
a lot
my
of them.
bunghole? It's a little chapped right now, but other than that, it's good.
That's on you.
No, that's not.
Wallace
no.
has been showing off his Undertaker shorts
Yeah.
for 8 days now. Did I say shorts? I meant underwear.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Scary Movie where it's like the chick had the underwear on from like Wednesday and it's like Saturday or Sunday. He's like, ooh, the ghost plugging away.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool underwear, but it's time to wash them.
Yeah, definitely. One more segment for you guys. This one I'm calling the Spoilers of War. Impact Wrestling and House of Glory Wrestling, which is a promotion in New York that is ran by a former Impact Wrestling superstar by the name of Amazing Red, who is retiring this year. I'm just going to give it to you straight out. If you guys haven't seen it, you can check it out on Impact Plus. What is Impact Plus, you ask? It used to be the Global Wrestling Network. It is being rebranded as Impact Plus as to get the stink of GFW and maybe a little bit of the TNA stink off of it as well. I don't know, but you got what it is it's me just being a dick or a helpful guy. You decide. Right. And letting all you busy people out there know what happened at this pay-per-view, because it was actually a very good pay-per-view. From everything I read online, it was very well received, and this was the first event, like live event, produced for the Impact Plus app. So check it out. Rich Swann defeated Smiley and Ace Austin and Evander James and Trey and Mantequela. I think that's how you say that. I'm not familiar with some of these guys in House of Glory, so you're going to have to forgive me if I fuck up on their names, okay? Then we had Anthony Gangwon. It's spelled like Gang One.
Perfect.
How do you say it? Gangon. Gangon. He defeated Moose, and Ken Broadway to retain the House of Glory World Championship.
Good for him.
Yeah. The North, which is Ethan Page and his buddy. Was it Josh Alexander, I think? I can't remember his name. Anyways, the North defeated the Rascals, the guys who I like, but they pulled out a Warrior 5. Violet and Tessa Blanchard defeated Scarlett Bordeaux and Sonia Strong. Scarlett Bordeaux pulled off a pretty sick Code Red, a.k.a. Canadian Destroyer, on Tessa. They have that up on Impact's YouTube page. You can check it out, and it's fucking awesome. Michael Elgin, a recent acquisition of Impact Wrestling, defeated Willie Mack. Yeah, I like them both, so I can't really go either way on that one. Johnny Impact and his wife, Taya Valkyrie, defeated Alyssa Edwards and Eddie Edwards, who I will see this Sunday at Warrior Wrestling in a steel fucking cage versus Austin Aries. Could it be the last time? I don't know, but you can find out on Sunday, Mother's Day, to be exact. WarriorWrestling.net. LAX defeated OVE and the New York Wrecking Crew to retain the Impact Tag Team Championship. And last but not least, Sami Callihan beat up on Tommy Dreamer in a street fight, a.k.a. OVE, Ohio versus Everything Rules fight. I saw some Legos spread out in the ring. I saw Tommy Dreamer take a stiff fucking power bomb through a wooden plank, if you will, because I'm not quite sure if it was a table. I didn't see no legs. I have no legs. I didn't see them. But it was pretty brutal nonetheless. Don't look at me like that. You don't tell me. You don't tell me.
You don't tell me.
You don't tell me.
Hey, stupid idiots.
You're going to go back into it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. you guys can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Juice Pro Wrestling. We're on Twitter at JPW Podcast. Come see us at the Warrior VIP meet and greet. Once again, get tickets at warriorwrestling.net. We will be there rocking and rolling and debuting some new artwork. And we will also be, JR's going to have some very sick-ass, bad fucking to the bone. These paintings are like bad to the bone, baby, let me tell you.
His paintings are unbelievable.
Yeah, they're really fucking good. But
Come and check them out.
He don't want to come off them unless you make the right offer. And hey, as we all know, everybody's got a price. So
That's right.
let's put that theory
Except for
to the test.
Butthole guy.
Yeah, the bunghole guy.
Oh,
what if
Brian.
now, Lil E, real quick? What if this guy was like, I will give you $132.22 to lick your bunghole?
Absolutely not.
That's kind of a lot of money.
It's not really that much money.
He's just doing a little lick.
No.
Okay, no. Because I like
that
these
face
scenarios. I
weird
used
in
to
my
always play
butthole?
these on
'Cause I
guys
don't.
for $350 million. You wouldn't let
Yeah,
this
you
guy.
know what? Fuck it. Come on, Brian. Let's go.
Oh God, you're a ratchet.
How dare you?
You're a filthy animal.
I don't want to talk anymore. But I do want to.
Somebody get her out of the fucking studio. This is what you pay $350 million for?
Listen here, you stupid fucking idiots. Are you listening to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast? You fucking stupid asses better be.
Oh, God. I love everybody that listens. And hopefully they still love us after this episode.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. But, you know.
I cussed a lot.
Yeah. We got, you act like you sound like a little child that made a mistake.
Hey, you stupid fucking idiots.
Hey, you son of a bitch.
Hey, you stupid sons of bitches.
But he keeps doing it.
Hanging out your refrigerator all day? Are you listening to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast? Because you fucking stupid better be.
That's really good.
Bring your kids. No, don't
Wait,
bring your
just let
kids.
him do
No,
it
don't
again.
do it. Say it like who can we do now? Clint Eastwood.
Oh, I don't know Clint Eastwood.
Let's see if I can do it. Hey, you stupid fuck.
It's not bad.
Come around here often? You ever had your bunghole licked?
Oh,
Like sandpaper from a cat's tongue. It's going to feel real good.
Now promote the show.
Yeah, we're on every podcast platform. So whether you listen to podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Google, any of that shit, you can find us everywhere. Just search Juice Pro Wrestling. And you can, once again, find us on Facebook at Juice Pro Wrestling. Hit up the group. Interact with us. The Juice Pro Wrestling universe. Give us a call and leave us a voicemail. If you liked what you heard tonight, if you didn't like what you heard tonight and you want to grill us over it, hey, that's cool too. We ain't haters. We'll accept it. Call us at 1-872-267-4199 and air your grievances.
What's that number?
1-872-267-4199. Thank you guys for tuning in. I had a great time tonight. We had some fun. We debuted a couple of new segments. Didn't really go over too well. Oh, and Warrior Wrestling VIP, I will be debuting the new artwork from Mike Miller of Cerebral Agitation. It's a awesome collection of comics, short comic strips. You guys can check it out. Find him on Facebook and purchase his product. This picture is fucking awesome. I can't wait for everybody to check it out. And I can, boom, post it everywhere, all over social media and all that. All over your face, kid. You know one thing. You know me. I like this.
that dick.
In your... Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. No, we're going to do this shit right. Bust it down for all the real G's in the hood right now. Let me hear you say something clever like, wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. Wet 'em up. You gonna do sex to me?